Yeah, it was good. It was good. Good effort, good energy. It's just a good group to coach right now. A lot of guys learning. Not a lot of yelling, just a lot of teaching going on, which is good. And good start. We got a long way to go as a team, and we're starting to learn more about our guys. Gus today and Ryan. Some other guys have stepped up and showing what they can do, which is good.
Have you maybe give us an update on, we see Chicolo, and more involved,
yeah,
and Herb maybe kind of worried about or wondering about the guys.
Yeah, those two. It looks like when we come back from spring break, is there anybody else in particular? Because it's such a big list. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So there'll be some guys those two should be ready to go when they come back. There's other guys like Nate and Korn that would start to get integrated, so they'll go to a yellow. Malcolm is in that same group. Malcolm should be another one that we should start to be able to get going here.
Artie, I think he was in agreement, no pads. Is it kind of the same for him? Just kind of
correct. We're just protecting him because he has a chance to be a national champion. So I don't want him to turn an ankle before the national championship. So he'll join us on the 18th too.
I just want to ask you about the hiring of Ice Harris.
Just really excited. Ice has meant a lot to all of us. Throughout the time, and after the season, he probably accomplished everything that you can accomplish at the high school level. And we reached out to him to see if he would have an interest in coming back. And really, we didn't want him to leave the first time, but he thought he would go back, and then he had success quickly back at Booker T. So we just felt like it was a good opportunity and a good time for us, and obviously he felt the same, so we're excited about having him.
Where do you think the program's going to see the value, from him the most?
Certainly the community. The relationship, and somebody that's on the inside every day that can communicate, what we're doing and how we treat our student athletes and what our mission is and what we really believe in. I think certainly in those areas, he's got a lot of wisdom. I think probably, if I was going to say, the biggest thing would just be, if you ever went to his practices, the discipline and the life skills that he was able to impart on his teams. We're hoping that he can do the same with us, and he's already started that process, getting to know everybody and making sure there's discipline and taking care of little things every day. He's masterful at it, so we're glad he's going to help us with it now.
With hitting in practice, obviously today's first day. Keep him up. Is that the plan time for the spring?
Yeah.
Just because today?
We'll keep him up until the 3 scrimmages. Usually the 3 scrimmages we'll go full tackle, but other than that, I didn't even think of it from your standpoint because you're seeing it probably for the first time with us. So that's what we call thud. So that's what we do on all pad days, unless we say it's live. We will do a goal line period live because I don't think there's any other way to do it. If you I don't want to use a slang word, but if you kind of half-ass it, that's when you get hurt on the goal line. There's really no way to do it other than full speed. So we'll do 10 reps, but we'll do it live.
This is the first time I think we saw Trent Harris out there.
Yeah.
Was he able to jump right in?
No, he did a good job. Really pleased with those guys, their approach. He, Jawan Young, Darian Owens has really been a pleasant surprise for us, so I'm excited about those guys. And obviously Trevor and Casey are playing a lot. Ryan Mays has been really a pleasant surprise for us too. And I mean we knew they were talented, but just their maturity, their ability to learn with everything else that's going on. They don't know where half the buildings on campus are. And now they're learning. They have 4 or 5 classes on top of what we're giving them, the off-season program. New way to lift, new way to study, new way to watch film, new nomenclature. So pleased with them, and hopefully they can have a good one Thursday and then get a little break and be ready to come back.
How's Dallas doing? Dallas
really
Crawford.
Good, really good. As you can imagine, you just feel his presence out there, physical. Same old Dallas. You only have to tell him one time. Very coachable. Coach him up, and the next play he gets it right.
The other thing
Sean Scott.
Very good.
Just what differences have you seen from last year?
Process.
Year for him?
Process and maturity. Just forgetting about all the outside stuff and letting go of immature things and just growing up and understanding how precious this time is. He doesn't have a lot of time, and he's had a really good approach. I think Ryan Williams has had a great influence on him. I think they're creating a bond there. That's good. And Ryan has been a positive influence on him, and Rashawn has really done well. So he's got to just keep coming on for us.
And when he is taking care of those kind of things, what does he give you?
Oh, you guys know it. You guys have seen it. You guys have seen what he can do for us. He's a big body at 202 pounds, and I don't know, he's over 6 foot, so big, strong kid. Can do a lot of things for you. So we missed him. We missed him last year, and then obviously we had some injuries on top of that really depleted that group. So we missed him, and I'm glad he's really taking responsibility and doing a good job right now.
Can you talk about Ricky Carroll and the punting department? Have you seen? What have you heard? What have you seen?
Okay, so just drills right now. We'll start to get into more of the team stuff, but Ricky and Gudis are doing that right now. They're handling it. Matt has worked on it all winter, so those two will compete for it. And then we have a bunch of guys coming in that we're gonna the guys that didn't sign NLI, so I can't say their names, but walk-ons that are coming in, and that they'll compete too. So we'll move that group forward.
The senior, you mean like Pat O'Donnell type?
No. Guys that are either transferring in or from high school.
How tough is it to replace a Pat O'Donnell?
It's tough. Forget about trying to replace him. Just get someone that can do a great job and put the ball where you want it. But don't worry about trying to beat Pat. He was faster than half the damn running backs at the combine. So Pat was. I'm happy for Pat. He's a special kid. Happy for him.
Obviously, Philip's been running track.
Yep.
But to get out there and make cuts and everything.
Yeah.
Coming off last year, what'd you see?
Yeah, it was good. Him and Josh Johnson were out there today, and we'll get Hardy back. But I'm proud of those guys. They went over there and they competed. They took care of business. If they weren't there, they were here. They really approached it the right way. And Hardy's got a chance now after winning last week to go to nationals, and it'd be great. But I'm really proud of the way they conducted themselves. I hope Amy feels the same way on her end.
For Phil specifically, though, do you think he's completely over the knee? You think that's not limiting him at all?
Yeah,
okay.
No question. Yeah.
Gus had a run today from the loose.
Yep.
Obviously, it's considered big. He is a big back.
He's a big back.
When you see that side of it break.
Oh no, he's fast now. Gus is a 4.5 guy. That's 235 right now. And, he's at the end of his first year. He might be a 240-something pound back before it's all said and done, because he doesn't lose his explosion. He still has a good lateral cut. We've got to keep working on his stiff arm, but really showed patience. That was the biggest thing I saw. Sometimes they don't have patience, and they just run into the back of somebody. And he showed really good patience, waited for his moment, and then hit it today. So I was happy about that. And I think Tuck is really leaning out and starting to show how explosive he can be.
All right.
Okay, guys, have a good day.